When shading with graphite pencils, one of the things that you want to do is to create areas of number 10s. Number 10s are the darkest that your pencil can get on a surface. Now, if I was to shade here again, you can see that it doesn't get any darker. Therefore, this is a number 10. And one way that people like to create number 10 shadows is to push a bit harder. The more pressure you put, the more graphite's going to go on the page. However, one thing that happens is your page begins to warp when you put a lot of pressure, as you can see by the bubbling that has happened on this section where I pressed very hard to create a number 10 shadow. Now, the reason that this happens is because your paper is made from fibers, and those fibers are woven together. Now, when you push really hard, you're actually separating the fibers from each other. And because you're separating the fibers from each other, they have no place to go other than up or down. And no amount of ironing it or putting it under heavy books will force those fibers to go back together. So the only way we can avoid having these bubbles in our shading is to not create them to begin with. You can't get rid of them once they're there. Now, the ways to get to number 10 without the bubbling is to be patient and layer. First, use a sharp pencil because that's going to get inside your texture of your paper a little bit more easily. And put a layer down, not pushing really hard. And then go back over that same layer. When you go back over it a second time, it adds more graphite and creates a darker shadow, but you're not pushing so hard that your fibers are spreading apart. Another thing that you can do is actually to change your direction slightly. Don't go opposite. That's going to start creating messy shadows. But change your direction slightly. Angle it slightly to the left, angle it slightly to the right. This is going to help you to fill in more of the texture of your paper without, again, pressing so hard that it will warp. So first I went vertically, then I went at a slight angle to the left. Now I'm going to change it to a slight angle to the right. The more layers you put, the darker your shading gets, and the closer you're going to get to a number 10 shadow without warping your page.